Hello student, welcome back to the course on electronics made easy. Myself Dr. N.K. Darvante and we are dealing with the Arduino based circuit. Okay. In the last lecture we have seen the different type of Arduino board and we came across information that in the market different type of Arduino boards are available, but among all the boards the Uno board, Arduino Uno board is very popular among the electronic circuit designer. That's why for our discussion also, for our learning also, we will go with the same Arduino Uno board. Even in the last lecture, we have seen the different photographs of a Uno board along with its pin diagram. Now today we will go for the board description in more detail. Now here you can see the Arduino board description. This is the image of our Arduino board, and here you can see the different component, different board components like a USB port, reset button, ground, digital input output pins ranging from 0 to 13. Total 14 pins are there. Digital input output pin, then power online light, then heart of this Arduino board is the microcontroller. Then certain analog input pins are also there for connecting the sensor. 5 volt pin is there. 3.3 volt pin is also there. Two ground pins are available for making connection with the other project components. And external power supply is also made available. Now all these Arduino board description we will see in detail. In this diagram we can see that uh, different important we can say parts of this Arduino board given the numbers. You can see this number and you have to refer these numbers time to time, because we will go our discussion will carry our discussion with reference to these numbers like 1 2 3 4 5 so on. This is for easy understanding purpose. Okay, now we will go ahead with the description of this Arduino board. Now here are the some components that make up the Arduino board, and somehow these components less or more you can see that available on all the Arduino boards. Even Uno boards are having all these we can say that components, but similarly you will find the these components on every Arduino board. Even on clone also you will find the this Arduino component. Now, first component is a reset button. On every Arduino board, there is a reset button, and this reset button is used to restart any code. Code means the program, software program that is located to the Arduino board. Many times, while doing the project, what happen? Our board is get hang, and in that case, if we are facing certain problem, it is always recommended to reset your program, so that program will start from the beginning, and if some bugs, some hanging is there, that will be overcome. Then second part is the arif. It stands for the analog reference, and it is used to set an external reference voltage. If we have to compare our input voltage with some reference for certain purpose, for calibration purpose, then we have to use this pin. Then third pin is the ground pin. Third part, there are a few ground pins on the Arduino and they all work the same. The grounding means the for reference purpose zero. Ground means the zero voltage. And if we have to make the common ground between the Arduino board and other project parts, then for that purpose these pins are in use. Okay, we'll go to the next part. Then fourth pin is the digital input output pin. Now we know that specifically the Arduino board is used for the digital processing purpose, digital signal processing purpose, and for this we are having the total 14 pins starting from the 0 to 13. Okay, these 14 pins we to this 14 pin we can use as a digital input or output pin. Means alternately we can, depending upon the programming, we may use this pin as input or as an output. How to use them, that we will see in the programming part. Then next pin is the PWM. PWM stands for the pulse width modulation. Pulse width modulation, and specifically these kind of signals are required for controlling the motor, different type of motors. Now in our discussion in this course we are going to see how to control the DC motor. In that session we will see use of PWM. The this pin mark this pin is marked with the wave like symbol, and that can be simulate analog outputs. Then even we can connect the Arduino board through the USB specifically for programming, means downloading, debugging the programming. We need to interface the Arduino board with the computer, laptop, and this can be done with the help of USB connections. It is used for powering up your Arduino and uploading the sketches. Even even we can provide the supply through the USB also. Then another important pin is the transmitter and receiver pin. This is used for the transmission of the data as well as the reception of the data. And depending upon use of this pin, even whether they are in use or not in use, that is indicated with the help of a LED, that is the light emitting diode. Then the heart of eighth part is the Atmega microcontroller. This is the heart of this Arduino board. Even this we can call as this is the brain and is where the programs are stored. Actually, for designing a smart project, we know that microcontrollers are essential, and the designing work is made easier because of this Arduino board. Therefore, microcontroller is essentially the main part of this Arduino board. Arduino board uses the Atmel series of Atmel's mega series of a microcontroller because they are more efficient as well as having the, we can say that, very powerful features, and that all are included in the Arduino. That's why Atmega is the better choice for the Arduino. And they have used, actually we must have to use the microcontroller which is used on the Arduino board. Then next part is the power LED indicator, to know that whether your Arduino board is powered or not powered, whether the supply is given, that is indicated with the help of this LED. The LED lights up and anytime the board is plugged into the power supply. Okay, this is just for indication purpose. Then 10th part is the voltage regulator. We know that for the specifically for the digital circuits, the regulated power supply is must. Regulated power supply means constant DC voltages that need to be provided to the Arduino board, and that is done through this part, Arduino regulator. This controls the amount of voltage going into the Arduino board. Okay, and the range is also we have seen even from 7 to 12 volt, any voltage can be accepted by the Arduino board, because even if the variations are there, but voltage regulators take care to provide the specific voltages to the microcontrollers and all other peripheral part. Then 11th one is the DC power barrel jack. This is used for powering your Arduino with a power supply. No doubt we have to apply the power supply with the help of adapter, DC adapter. Now for connection purpose, this barrel jack is used. Then along with means input power supply, output power supply pins are also available on the Arduino board. That 12th part is the 3.3 volt pin. Now if in your project if you need the 3.3 volt power supply, then you don't have to use the different circuit, that is readily available with the help of this Arduino board. And that's why wherever you need the 3.3 volt, that you can get from the Arduino board. For that purpose the pin is available. Similarly, you know that some devices needs power 5 volt power supply, that is also available, means in by using the 3.3 volt power supply as well as the 5 volt power supply, you can make it's available for the other parts of your project. Then ground pin, as we have seen, there are a few ground pins are available on the Arduino, and they all are work same. Okay, means they are at the zero potential, and for common grounding purpose for entire project, you need to use these ground pins. Otherwise, there may be the mismatch and your voltage fluctuations may be there. To avoid all this, better to use the ground pin of the Arduino for all the project design. Then see that all though the this Arduino board is a digital circuit, but the for making the connection with the sensors, sensors normally gives the analog output. Therefore, to accept the analog output, some certain pins are also there that are the that accept the analog input voltages and convert into the digital output voltages by using the analog to digital converters. And for accepting such a analog input, analog pins are there. These pins can read the signal from an analog sensors and convert it to the digital one, so that it is means it can be processed further. Okay, now this is all about the board description. Now I don't think that you can understand it easily. You go through this video again and again, and you see the pin diagram of Arduino board, but this is must. Even while designing also, you have to always refer the description of this board. This is very essential while doing the programming. Thank you very much till the further lecture. Okay, see you. Bye.